Hello and welcome to EduPortal. In this lecture, we will solve a truss problem by method of joint. So the question is on your screen. Let's begin the discussion. So the question is find the forces in all the members of the truss. We have to determine the forces in all the members of the truss. We see that the truss have two joints. One is joint A and another is joint B. Joint A is hinge joint and joint B is roller joint. At hinge joint we have two reactions. One is HA horizontal reaction, one is RA vertical reaction. At joint B there is only one reaction RB, which is a vertical reaction. So total number of reaction equal to 3. Okay, and total number of equations that we have equal to 3. They are summation fx equal to 0, summation fy equal to 0, and summation of moment equal to 0. So degree of statical indeterminacy DSE equal to r minus e equal to 3 minus 3 equal to 0. Because degree of statical indeterminacy is 0, so the structure is statically determinate. So it's a determinate structure. Now let's go for the solution. The first step is determination of reaction. They are RA, RB and HA. We have equation summation fx equal to 0, that is summation of horizontal forces equal to 0. So only horizontal force available is HA plus 0 is equal to 0. So we can conclude that HA is equal to 0, that is horizontal reaction at joint A equal to 0. Second equation is summation of moment about point A equal to 0. We assume anti-clockwise moment positive and clockwise moment negative. Okay. So doing this we get RB into A plus A minus W into A equal to 0, and solving this we get RB, that is vertical reaction at B is equal to W by 2. The third equation we have summation of Fy is equal to 0, that is summation of forces in the y direction equal to 0. So the forces in the y direction are, one is RA, one is RB and one is W. Okay, so summation of these three forces should be equal to 0. We have RA plus RB and minus W, because W is in the downward direction equal to 0. So we get RB and plus RB. RB value, we have RB value W by 2, so we can put it here. So W by 2 plus RA minus W is equal to 0. So from here we get RA, that is vertical reaction at A equal to 0. So we have got three reactions. Horizontal forces, horizontal reaction at joint A equal to 0, vertical reaction at joint B is equal to W by 2 in the upward direction, and vertical reaction at joint A equal to W by 2 in the upward direction. So this step is done. Now let's go for the next step. Identification of zero force member. I have already discussed about the zero force member in my previous lecture. So if you want, you can check it. So here if the condition is if three members meet at a joint, among them two are collinear, one is non-collinear, and no external reaction or support reaction at the joint, then the force in the non-collinear member will be 0. So here we have three members DA, DC and DB. We can see DA, DC and DB are three members meeting at joint D. Among them DA and DB are collinear, DC is non-collinear. There are no other external force or reaction at joint D. So we can conclude that this so the force in the non-collinear member, that is force in the member DC equal to 0. That we can conclude. Okay, so let's check force in the member DC equal to 0, that we have. So DC is a zero force member. Now so we can see DC is a zero force member. Now because it is a zero force member, we can remove the member DC for analysis purpose, Okay, now from the triangle we can see that AD and DC equal to A, AD equal to A and DC height equal to A. So these two angles are 45 degrees. This is 45 degree, this is 45 degree. Okay, now we will go for analysis by method of joint. So in method of joint, we have two equation. One is summation fx equal to 0, summation fy equal to 0. So we have two equations. So because we have two equations, so it can only solve for two unknowns. So maximum number of unknown is 2. So we will start with a joint that have maximum 2 number of unknown, that has maximum 2 number of unknown, that is start with a joint having 1 or 2 number of unknown. So if the number of unknown at a joint is 3, then we cannot solve it by method of joint at the starting. So we have to start with a joint that is having maximum 2 number of joint, and then we can go for another joint that is having 2 number of joints or 1 number of joint. Okay, but if a joint have more than 2 number of unknown member forces, see, member forces should be unknown. If at a joint there are 5 members acting, but among the 5 the forces in 3 of the members are known, then number of unknown will be 2, so it can be solved. But there should not be more than 2 number of unknown member forces. Not only member forces, unknown member forces is important. Okay, now let's go for the solution. So first we will take joint A. At joint A, see, joint A, there are the members are AC, AD, and horizontal reaction HA, which is equal to 0, and vertical reaction RA. Okay, so let's solve. Or unknown. So here the unknown forces are FAC, force in the member AC, and force in the member AD, FAC. And now we have to go for an assumption. Okay, the assumption is assume all the member forces tensile. This is just an assumption. If it comes negative, then it means that the force in the member is compressive. So we will assume that all the member forces are tensile. Okay, and the direction of tensile and compressive force I have already discussed in my previous lecture, so you can check it, how to determine the direction of tensile and compressive forces in the member. This is the direction of tensile force, this is the direction of compressive force, and we will assume tensile force as positive and compressive force as negative. Okay, so now at joint A, there for the if we have the FAD and FAC unknown force. FAC has two components, one is vertical and one is horizontal, and one is vertical. So summation Fx equal to 0, summation of forces in the horizontal direction is 0. So what are the forces? FAD, this is FAD, and FAC cos 45 degree, this is FAC cos 45 degree, that is the horizontal component of FAC. So from here we get FAD equal to minus of FAC by root 2. Okay, now we have summation of Fy is equal to 0, that is forces in the summation of forces in the vertical direction equal to 0. What are the forces? One is RA, this is RA plus FAC sine 45 degree, that is this component is equal to 0. From here we get an RA value, we know W by 2. So from here we get FAC is equal to minus W by root 2, because FAC is equal to minus W by root 2. So and we have FAD is equal to minus of FAC by root 2. So if we put the value here, this value here, okay, put this value here, so FAD is equal to W by 2. Okay, so we have the solution for two member forces. FAC is equal to minus W by root 2 and FAD is equal to W by 2. Minus means it is compressive and FAD plus means it is tensile. Okay, so we have analyzed the joint A. Now let's go for the next joint. Now joint B. Now we have joint B. At joint B, so we know this member force FAD, FAC. Now joint B, there are two forces, FBD and FBC, and one vertical reaction RB. Okay, so three forces acting at a joint. Among them, two of them are unknown. These two are unknown, but this is known, so it can be solved by method of joints. Now solve the joint B. We have at joint B three members, if BD, if BC and RB. If BC has two components, one is this and one is this. As now this is positive x direction, this is negative x direction. Okay, now solve the joint. Now let's solve the joint. We take at the joint summation fx equal to 0 and minus, so minus if BD minus if BC cos 45 degree. Why minus? Because if BD in the minus x direction and if BC cos 45 degree, this is also minus. Why? Because this is if BC, this is in the minus x direction. Okay, that's why in the it is also negative. So from here we get if BD is equal to minus if BC by root 2, minus if BC by root 2. So and now we have another equation, summation if y equal to 0. So if BC sin 45 degree plus RB equal to 0. So from here if BC is equal to minus RB by sin 45 degree, putting the value of RB which is equal to W by 2, we get the value of if BC is equal to minus W by root 2, minus W by root 2. This minus sign means this is compressive. So we have the we have if BC is equal to W by root 2. Now we know if BD is equal to FBC by root 2. Now put this value of FBC here, we get, so we get FBD is equal to W by 2. Because it is positive, so it is tensile. So we finally got FBC is equal to W by root 2 compressive and FBD is equal to W by 2 tensile. Okay, now let's summarize the member forces. We have got if member force for member AC, if AC is equal to FCA. For if AC equal to FCA is equal to minus W by root 2. Minus means compressive. If BC is equal to minus W by root 2 compressive. Okay. If AD is equal to FDA is equal to W by 2 tensile, and if BD is equal to FDB W by 2 tensile, and CD, that is the zero force member, so FDC is equal to 0. Okay, so these are the forces. Now after getting the forces, you can do checking, so to see whether you have done correctly or not. But you can also check joint D better if you do checking at joint C. So we will check the joint C. At joint C we have FCA. This is the FCA is the compressive force. If CV, it is also a compressive force, and its value we know, and W. So summation if y equal to 0 minus W, because it is in the negative y direction. FCA sin 45 degree, this is its vertical component, horizontal component and vertical component. Vertical component in the positive y direction, so positive. FCB sin 45 degree, this is also its horizontal component, this is vertical component which is in the positive y direction, so this is also positive. Doing now, putting the value of FCA, FCB, and so minus W plus W by root 2 into 1 by 2 plus W by root 2 into 1 by 2 0. So from this we get that minus W plus W by 2 plus W by 2 is equal to 0. So left hand side is 0, right hand side is 0. So LHS is equal to RHS. That means what you have done is correct. So the member forces that you have got are correct. Okay, so this is the final drawing that you have to draw. So if AC, this is C, this if AC, this is compressive force W by 2, you have to put like this. Okay, if BC, this is also compressive force W by 2, and it is we know that if DC is a zero force member, so put it, so it is 0, it is a zero force member. And if AD and if BD are tensile forces, so this is tensile force, this is tensile force. Okay, so we have solved the problem. Okay, all the member forces are known. This is the way to solve a truss problem. This is a very simple problem. Okay, now the more you solve the complex problem, more it will be easier to you. Okay, this is a very basic problem to show how to solve a truss problem by method of joint. Okay, so let's end the discussion here. I hope you have enjoyed the lesson. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.